What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to give my thoughts on the Falcons padded practices. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to give my thoughts on the Atlanta Falcons padded practices this week. And I want to give a couple standouts that I've noticed both on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. First, starting with the offense, Kirk Cousins has been a standout so far during training camp, both in the padded practices and just in general. The way that he's throwing the football out there, getting the ball out on time, the ball placement of placing the ball where only his wide receivers can make a play on the ball. It looks like he's starting to develop that chemistry with guys like Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Ray McLeod, Darnell Mooney. These guys out there making plays. And it's due to Kirk Cousins, being able to put the ball where the ball needs to be with his accuracy. And these guys are out there making plays. Kyle Pitts, Drake London, we know that those guys, we haven't seen those guys reach their full potential. But so far in training camp, I've seen Drake London high pointing the ball, being dominant at the point of attack, which makes Drake London dangerous. We've seen Kyle Pitts running crisp routes out there and making plays. Out there getting big chunk plays doing the 11-on-11 drills and on the 1-on-1 drills. So those guys are looking really good out there. We've seen Darnell Mooney come up with a lot of key catches so far this week. He caught a deep ball today during training camp, but he's been out there balling. Ray McLeod has been another guy that they've been raving about out there at camp, that he's competing for that wide receiver 3 position, both him and Rondale Moore. So we have a lot of talent on this team. And I'm very interested to see these preseason games and things of that nature so we can get a better gist of how well this team is actually doing out there. Michael Penix has had flashes. He's thrown a couple interceptions. We know he's a rookie quarterback, but he's looked pretty good at times as well, putting the ball in a spot where only his guy can go up and make a play for the ball. Now, during the 1-on-1 drills and on the defensive side of the ball, Antonio Hamilton, the cornerback, he's a veteran. He's made a couple key pass breakups so far in training camp. Clark Phillips, who's competing for that second cornerback spot, had an interception today. I believe that's his second interception so far during training camp. So he's out there making plays and has been a consistent guy stepping up during training camp. So I'm definitely want to see how he stacks up when these preseason games actually get underway. But so far, it looks like he's taking advantage of his opportunities. We know that he's battling it out with Mike Hughes for that number 2 cornerback spot. And right now, I give Clark Phillips the edge. And then in the trenches, guys' names that's been coming up, Braylon Trice, the rookie out of Washington. Raheem Morris has been raving about him, and that even though he's a rookie, he did mention that he expects Braylon Trice to play this season and could possibly have a big role with this team if he steps up and plays well. He talked about Braylon Trice being one of those guys that's very explosive off the edge, and we know that we can use more edge presence on this Atlanta Falcons team. Guys like James Smith-Williams that we brought in from Washington, from the Commanders. He's been another guy that they've been raving about his physicality on the edge, his ability to stop the run, and that he could also be carving out a bigger role on this team because he's one of those veteran guys. So he's another guy that's a powerful defensive end. They've been mentioning his name a lot. And then also on the edge, D'Angelo Malone, who's a guy that I think is a big question mark for this Atlanta Falcons team, but his name has come up a couple times, that he's out there looking explosive coming off the edge. We know during the last regime under Arthur Smith, D'Angelo Malone didn't get a lot of opportunities to rush the passer and things of that nature. He didn't get a lot of playing time. On the defensive side of the ball, he played mainly special teams, but he's been looking good so far during training camp. So a lot of interesting things going on at camp. I'm definitely interested to see how these guys play in that first preseason game. to see how they stack up when it comes to tackling in space and things of that nature. That's one of the things that I pay attention to as a fan of this team is how well do you tackle on defense? Do you give up extra yardage? Or are you solid as far as your pad level and things of that nature? And you can't really get the gist of that in the one-on-one drills. You can't get that gist of that during the 11-on-11 because these guys are not out there live tackling. So I want to see how well these guys finish plays. But with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on the Falcons padded practices. Who's the guys that are standing out to you during these padded practices and during training camp so far? But I definitely think that it's been some interesting things going on out there at training camp. But with that being said, this being your boy Jew, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.